Hello everybody, it is me Andrew and this is going to be a review, reveal, show and tell, unboxing slash video of me kind of freaking out a little bit about the Goddess Power Oracle cards by Colette Baron-Reid with art by Jenna Della Gradigalia. They are truly a dream team. All of her more recent decks have actually been with Jenna's art, and I think starting with the Good Tarot up, everything has been with Jenna's art. So they work so well together, and I'm freaking out. Full disclosure, the Colette Baron-Reid's team did send me this deck to review. I did not purchase it with my own money, but the review will still be totally and completely unbiased. Like, you guys know me. Like, I shoot straight. So, or straight as I can. So this deck is, as you can tell, a goddess deck. I'm going to read you the back of the box. And it says, the goddess is calling you to open up and reconnect with the universe in all her forms. The feminine aspect of the universe is rising to restore balance in the world. Will you answer the call and receive her guidance? Who could we become if we knew how to reclaim our true power? Striking, elegant interpretations of 52 goddesses from cultures all over the world await you in Goddess Power Oracle. Ellen of the Ways calls you to your path. Artemis offers to guide your arrow. Caradwin urges you to trust the unlimited potential of your life. World-renowned oracle expert Colette Baron-Reid bridges the mundane and the mystical as she guides you on a journey of self-empowerment and fruitful manifestation. So, yes to all of that. So, this is the box for the deck. It is packaged very much like the Mystical Shaman Oracle cards. So this is a sleeve, which is kind of cool that there's like a cutout for the goddess on the box. This is Caradwin, by the way, on the box. So there's a sleeve, and then it opens up with a little magnetic clasp, and then it opens up, and then the book goes here, and then there's another box that has the cards that goes in here. So if you don't want to carry this box around, you can carry just this box, and you'll be fine. The inside of the box says, the mystical, the magical, the numinous quality of life is the domain of the fierce and creative feminine aspect of the universe. Oh. And then there's like a little ribbon. So there's a ribbon that you can put under the box, and then it'll go under the book. So that way you can just lift them both out, which I love. So yeah, that's the box, front and back. My cat is deciding she wants to be part of this, but she's like behind my iPad. No kitty. So we're gonna see how this goes. So this is the guidebook for the deck. And so the guidebook it's a fairly decent sized guidebook. It pretty much goes into, let's see, an introduction. So the goddess calls is the introduction. And then it says the initiation, so reclaiming the goddess. So this really talks about her her process of connecting and creating this deck. And there's a visit from Kali, which I'm really interested to read. And yeah, so she talks about her journey with this oracle and making the oracle, and I really like that a lot. I'm really interested to see how this oracle came about. Then we have how to work with the Goddess Power Oracle. And so she talks about shuffling your deck, about the messages and upside down cards. So Colette Baron-Reid is one of the few oracle card authors that actually uses reversals with her cards. So there's a protection message or an awakening message, and it'll tell us more about that in this section. And this is the alignment message in the Goddess Power Oracle cards. So when it's upside down, you read the alignment message in the guidebook. She talks about how to ask a question, and then she gives you spreads. This is the one I'm most excited about because I do a lot of 3-card spreads, and this is the 3-card Goddess Power Council spread. We have the special guidance spread from the goddess. I'm not going to be able to pronounce her name. Mimosine. That's what it is. And then the 4 jewels of the goddess spread, full moon spread, new moon intention activation spread, which the new moon is, at the time I'm filming this, the new moon in Aquarius is tomorrow. So a lot of really great spreads. So I'm actually here for that. And one thing that I've noticed about Colette's decks is there are so many times, well actually I don't want to say not recently, because I feel like Oracle decks are getting more in depth because there's a need for people to be more in depth in their spiritual journey. But it used to be that like anyone can make an Oracle deck, like you just find some clip art pictures of unicorns and you have a unicorn deck or something like that. And the messages were good, but they didn't really like hit home the way that they should. And it's been probably within the past 3 years you've seen a shift of Oracle card decks and authors really saying, look, this needs to be deeper. And because they're connected to Source and because Source is working through them and they're channeling that energy, that's the message Source has for all of us, is that it really needs to, we need to go deeper in our spiritual practice because things are getting ready to get heavy, guys. So then there is a formal invitation to work with the cards, and then we go into the goddesses and their meanings. So the guidebook has a almost full-page representation of the card, and then it has an empowerment message, and then the alignment message just in case the card is reversed. Now, the thing about Colette's decks, when I use the physical deck, I don't normally read reversals unless I set the intention in the spread that I'll read the alignment message or protection message or whatever for that card. But the app version, you don't have a choice. So you can't turn off reversals. So when you get a card, you don't know if it's going to be, what position it's going to be in. So I do tend to like that just to kind of keep me on my toes a little bit. So we have Aphrodite, we have all these goddesses. The only thing I would like to see in this guidebook is more history about, well, more like a story, I guess, about the goddess. But that being said, she does give you a list of recommended reading. Let's see. Yeah, suggested further reading. So, I mean, you have a lot of books here that she recommends if you want to connect with the goddess more. But the guidebook is very in-depth about the card meanings, and it gives you a bit about the goddess, so that way you kind of know the energy that you're working with. So I really like that a lot. And I mean, the guidebook quality is phenomenal. Like her decks have been, like, starting with the Mystical Shaman Oracle cards, I feel like, number one, the packaging and then the quality of the cards and the guidebooks have gotten really, like, just exponentially better than, and Hay House decks were already great to begin with. You can see in pretty much every video I've done of a non-Hay House deck, when I talk about packaging, I say Hay House is the standard for packaging, because I don't want to have to buy a deck and then, you know, have to buy a bag for it or have to buy a separate box for it. I don't want that. Like, decks are expensive, and like, I don't want to have to buy something to put my expensive deck in. When I buy it, it should come already pretty. So this is the box for the small box for the cards. This is that little notch so you can get the cards out. And then there's another little ribbon to get the cards out. So there's that. Get the cards out. This is a 52 card deck, by the way. Just in case you guys wanted to know that. So not gilded, but Hay House does not gild their cards anymore, which, I mean, I'm kind of okay with. But some cards, this deck appears to not be the case in this deck. But because these cards feel different than the more recent Hay House decks. But sometimes there's there's a slight damage to the edge of the cards when they're packaging them and putting that little paper around them. So it doesn't seem to be the case here, which I really like. So maybe Hay House was like, oh, we learned about that, and then we kept it going. So this is I'm going to say aim, adaptability. I'm not going to show you guys all of the cards just simply because I want there to be some semblance of a surprise when you see this deck, because the artwork is truly gorgeous. Like, if you can't tell, this is gorgeous. Like, Athena. I'm going to show you the goddesses that I really like to work with a lot. Bridget. There's Bridget here. I don't know when Imbolc is because I don't really follow the Wheel of the Year. But I think it's close, or if it's not already done. Okay, we're doing Demeter, the mother of Persephone. Aline. Let's see. Freya. I do like Freya. Oh no. These cards are going to shuffle like a dream, and I'm really excited about it. This is Gaia. Hecate, yeah. Hera. There's peacock feathers there. Love it. Like, I have to say, this is a beautiful deck. Isis. Love Isis. You can actually see her right there. There's Isis. Kali. Kuan Yin. Lakshmi. This was actually the background on my phone for a while. I love Lakshmi. I have her over here on this side. Lilith. I really like Lilith, and I'm really interested to work with her energy more, just simply because she's a badass. Mott. Mary. I do think Mary is giving me Meryl Streep vibes. But I am glad that they included Mary in this deck. I think that's actually very important. Mama Coca, or Mama Kocha. The only goddess that's missing from this deck is Yamaya. I would love to have seen Yamaya. I think that would have been great. But Ocean is in the deck, so we have someone from the African pantheon. This is the one that I couldn't say. Mimosa. I keep wanting to say mimosa, but Memnosine. I honestly don't know how to pronounce it. I'll have to look at that up. Morgan. Yeah. Nike. Nyx. Every time I see Nyx, I think about the House of Night. So if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. But Nyx is the goddess of vampires in the House of Night series. Here's Ocean. Generosity. Beautiful. Persephone in Experience. Rhea in the Flow. Saraswati is Mastery. This card that coming up I actually really, really love, and I really want to work with it. Shakti, Transformation. This is really going to Sophia, Divine Wisdom. This is a really interesting card because Sophia, the Sophia code actually came up in a chat that I did with somebody, and I'm really interested to see what that's going to look like. Spider Woman, White Buffalo Calf Woman, and the last one I'm going to show you is the last card in the deck, and it's Yuki, Ona, and Stillness. So I think this deck is going to pack punches. I think that people need to realize that this isn't like other goddess decks. These goddesses are here, and they are going to tell you what is going on, and they're going to call you out. A lot of other goddess decks are very fluff based or are very kind of tame. This deck is not like that because I've had the pleasure and the I guess the pleasure and the privilege of looking at having the app version of this deck as well. And I got to see all the cards, and I read what the cards were talking about, and it's not a deck that you can just shuffle and be like, oh yeah, this is great. Like, you need to sit with this deck, and you need to really like look at it, and you need to sit with the message. I will say that Miss Colette, if you are watching this, if you see this, now that you have made a goddess power deck, I would love to see a divine masculine edition of this deck. That would be amazing. Like, I can just see the art right now. I can't even see it, but I can kind of like fathom it a little bit, like just a little bit. Like, imagine a god, like the gods deck, that would be like a partner to this deck. So that's just me. I'm just throwing that out there. I would love to see that because I think that would just be phenomenal to just like have both of those. So if that's something that's, I'm just gonna put that in a little box and send it to you. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna look at a card. I'm gonna shuffle this deck for the first time, and I am going to. I call it. There are some times when like a deck is new, like I shuffle it very gently, or sometimes I do the like card over card, and I call it the Doreen shuffle because that's how she used to shuffle, like with the this kind of thing. Because I don't want to bend the cards, and I want to be very gentle with them. Okay, so we have Lizzie Revelation. That is the card that I drew for all of us watching. No matter when you're watching this card is drawn for you. If you're watching it the day that it's posted, or if you're watching it 3 years from now, this card is for you. And we're going to read the empowerment message. So this says, there are moments when synchronicity brings all the elements together for a flash of insight to rise up in you in a glorious epiphany. Whatever was not clear becomes crystalline in an instant. It's as if you were able to simultaneously perceive every facet in a diamond. You know without a doubt that you are on the right track as deep understanding sinks into your very soul. In this moment, change and transformation takes place, and a transcendent moment is offered to you as an extraordinary gift. Now is one of those times. The Chinese goddess Lizzie, I'm probably not pronouncing that right, I'm sorry, Mother of Lightning, brings revelations into your life with a flash. She gifts you this as a result of all the hard work you have put in to dismantling your old self and making space for who you want to become. This is a very auspicious time. That was the empowerment message for this card. So right now you are on the right path. Things are moving forward for you, and be aware of those insights and those epiphanies that really come through, because now is the time for action to happen. I love this deck. I really have nothing to be completely honest. I have nothing very negative to say about it, other than I would like a God's edition to go with it. That's pretty much the only thing I have, is I would like to see a God's version or edition of this deck. The packaging is phenomenal. The writing in the guidebook is amazing. I can't wait to try the spreads. The cards are very different. The card stock is very different. It seems very different, and I like it. It's a good thing. It shuffles a lot better, I feel. So I really like that a lot. I'm here for it. I'll leave the link below where you can find it on Amazon and on Hay House. It's not on Hay House's website yet, but it's definitely on Amazon's. So I will I'll put the link in the description below where you can find that. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to work with me in any way. Tarot readings, oracle card readings, whatever you would like to do. The links below are all mine. You can follow me on Instagram. We can talk, we can chat, we can have a good time. If you want a reading with this deck, follow me on Instagram because I'm going to be doing something cool with it. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you to Colette Baron-Reid and the team for allowing me to be able to review this deck. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope that all of you watching are gifted with epiphanies and love and happiness and joy. And I'm sending everybody so much love and light. Bye.